I got quite a few raised eyebrows when I predicted there would be wholly AI written and published books back in 2021. It might not be all that long before Amazon starts using AI technology to start pumping out novels. There are some very sophisticated natural language processing algorithms out there. Every single book that has ever been published via KDP, Amazon has the full text. If they wanted to, they could require you to put every single book that you publish on KDP into a massive training set for this algorithm, cross-reference all of that data to which books are selling versus which ones are not, what kinds of customers like to buy what kind of books together, and all of the page reads in Kindle Unlimited, so they would be able to get this AI to pump out infinite genre fiction novels that would satisfy the average reader on Amazon. That could be possible in the very near future. At the time, I was a new self-published author who had just come out with one kid's picture book. It took me about 3.5 months to go from concept all the way through to publication, and that was with me speedrunning the whole process because I just quit my corporate job. And exactly 1 year after I made that prediction, this happened. With tools like ChatGPT and Midjourney at his fingertips, Ammar Reshi went from concept to publication in a single weekend. This book, which cost Ammar $0 upfront because he already had a subscription to Midjourney, is a #1 new release in its Amazon category, and as of the time of filming has a Kindle Amazon bestseller rank of 45,991 and a paperback bestseller rank of 16,012. It's not perfect, and he's gotten quite a bit of criticism on the technical execution of both the prose and the illustration, but his target demographic, tech-savvy people who read books to kids, don't care. In fact, they think it's pretty cool. People doing low-content books and authors and illustrators of children's picture books like me, well, we're screwed. Probably by the time I upload and publish this video, there will be at least 5 other channels who have posted full tutorials on how to do exactly what Ammar has done, and they'll all probably have several thousand views each. As far as novels are concerned, most of the conversation in author groups like 20 books to 50k are going along the lines you'd expect, with people falling into the usual camps. Everybody seems to think that a fully AI written book is a ways off. But hold on, I also write and publish fantasy novels, and I'm worried. 2022 has proven just how grossly we were underestimating the rate at which AI is advancing and the speed at which its adoption is spreading. I honestly did not expect to see a fully AI written and illustrated book published in 2022, but here we are. I honestly also did not think we would see AI generated cover art on traditionally published books at least for several more years, but we ended 2022 with 2 of them. Maybe AI can't write a coherent novel, but if you go by my first draft, I can't either. Last year, I also asked Neil Clark, the editor of sci-fi fantasy magazine Clark's World, what he thought about the use of AI and automation in publishing, and he said, "I expect to publish a story by an AI long before I'm convinced it's ready to read slush." That surprised me at the time, but the more I think about it, the more I think he's right. There are principles and frameworks and structures that underpin good writing. Basically, patterns. If AI is good at anything, it is pattern recognition on a massive scale. The essence of all writing advice basically boils down to read more, write more, critique more, and repeat. This is literally the way AI models are trained, and they can go through that cycle like a billion times faster than we can. So yeah, I have to agree with Sean Thomas. It's not a matter of if the AI can do as well as or better than humans can, it's a matter of when. And this isn't just applicable to the domain of books and publishing. It's everything, everywhere. 2023 is going to be the year where we're all going to have to do some serious thinking and answer some tough questions. Let me get you started. First, let's put aside the legal and ethical questions, because these are being litigated right now in both the court of public opinion and the courts in the UK and the US. This is where we were, and this is where we're heading. We've joked for so long about Brandon Sanderson secretly being a robot, and now that meme is coming true in the form of ChatGPT and other tools like it. Even Brandon Sanderson is gonna be competing with near infinite numbers of his own clones. And in some ways, he probably has it worse because he's got such a large body of work for the AI models to be trained on. But it's gonna happen to all of us. I fully expect in the not too distant future that the majority of readers will be reading wholly AI-produced books most of the time. They'll pay for a subscription service like KU, and when they go to look for their next read, they won't be typing in search terms in a search bar or posting reading requests on a book community. They'll be typing in book prompts, and Amazon or whichever service that they're using will generate an entire book for them on the fly, complete with cover art, interior illustrations, and all of the formats that they want to have the book in. And as long as that book hits all of their favorite tropes, they won't care that no humans were involved in its creation and its publication process. It's convenient, it's customized, it's basically instant, and it's cheap. Authors writing things like progression fantasy, lit RPG, romance, they already can't keep up with the voracious reader demand, despite working at insane paces. And even if you can write 20,000 coherent words per day, that's not enough to beat an AI. AI algorithms are identifying trends in real time. AI algorithms will be able to write and publish faster than you, faster than me, faster than Brandon Sanderson, and faster than all of the top tier web serial authors out there. We cannot beat AI at writing to market and at publishing frequently and consistently. The only thing that feels reasonably safe to assume is that we can beat AI at being human. Last year, when I dug into the secret of how Brandon Sanderson became Brandon Sanderson, I basically concluded that his secret was being authentic to himself. And that checks out. But 2022 also happened to be the year that a Google engineer became convinced that Lambda is sentient and has a soul, and did a presentation to his VP on that subject. When his arguments were dismissed, he went public.
When I informed them that I think they had created sentient AI, they said, no, that's not possible. We have a policy against that.
Whether or not his claims are true is irrelevant. His example indicates that it is going to be possible for people to feel like they can or are or will be able to get that kind of need for a connection met by an AI. So what then? Discoverability is broken. It has been broken for a long time, and I don't see it getting better in the future. Even supposing you are somehow able to find your readers, why should they read your book instead of something else? These are some really hard questions, and I'm still working through them myself and what it means for me and my self-publishing business. But ultimately, I think it's going to come down to why you're self-publishing. Do you just want to get your work out there? Is it a hobby or is it a business? And if it is a business, then are you in it for the money or for the art? In order to remain competitive in an era where AI is going to be writing things that are comparable and indistinguishable from human authors, we'll be forced to get better at everything, regardless of whether we use and to the extent to which we use AI tools. Fortunately, we are also wired to evolve, and I have some ideas on that front. When that video is up, I'm going to put it right here for you, but in the meantime, here is a quick update on the future of this channel.